Guys, this is James, this is Tracy.
I don't know about best qualities. What I would say, what I always tell folk, because people ask me, well, how did I get to all that success and how did I become a CEO and all that good stuff? And what I tell people is, you've got to work really, really hard. I know that sounds kind of boring, but it's true. You really have to work very, very, very hard, which I did. You've got to take a couple of chances along the way. That was my experience, because, you know, when somebody says to you, go to the States, it all sounds really cool and exciting, but it's a little scary. So I took some chances. You need a little bit of luck as well. It was a weird feeling. But I will tell you that the interesting thing was the first day that I went in as a CEO was really weird, actually, because I sat there and I thought, these 20-something thousand people, I'm responsible for all of them, right? You know, we have 70 factories in the world, and I'm thinking, if anything goes wrong in one of those factories, that's me, right? So it was weird, and people told me it would be a little weird, but when I went in that first day, it was a little bit scary, but it's worked out good.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a good thought. I don't know. This is a quick answer. I knew when I was 16 I didn't want to go to full-time university. I wanted to work, and I wanted to do something in manufacturing and that sort of stuff. But my real big interest came when I started working in the automotive industry, the car industry, and that was really interesting. So I was about 23 then, 22, 23, and I just knew that was me. That was where I felt like I was at home. But yeah, from when I started at 16, I didn't really know what I wanted to do much, other than I knew I wanted to work, I wanted to get money, I wanted to have some independence so I could go watch this lot play every week, which is my other big passion, and I wanted to work and get educated, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do until I was about 22, 23. So if you don't know what you want to do yet, that's okay. You got a little bit of time. You got a little bit of time, right? The teacher probably won't like me saying this, but it was interesting. I struggled with school, to be honest with you. It was hard for me. And again, I had two teachers that were both parents that were both teachers. My brother, who actually is just down the hall here, he was like a brilliant academic. He passed every exam, and I was not very good, to be honest with you. I struggled with the discipline of the school environment, but if I could give you a piece of advice, I wished I'd done better. I do. When I look back on it, I wished I'd worked harder. I just kind of wanted to coast through and get through, and I wished I hadn't. I wished I'd worked harder at school, because I could have got better grades than I did, and I wished I had. I really do. But I just struggled with that education environment and discipline and all that good stuff.
Sure.
And what I get out of it is this, really. I get the pleasure of knowing that I'm giving money back to the community, helping kids in the community, disabled kids, regular kids, all sorts of people. That's what I get out of it, and it's important for me, and Tracy as well, that we can help the people that don't have what we're fortunate enough to have. So, I'm very lucky to have what I have, and I'm very lucky to have landed where I did. And I will tell you, I never forget where I come from, and I would always give you guys that advice, okay? Whatever you end up, if you're a CEO or you're the man on the moon or you're a doctor or whatever, never ever forget where you came from, because that's important.
Ladies and gentlemen, pitchside at the moment we have the Albion Foundation's director, Rob Blake, who is presenting a very special memento.